the 90-90 stretch. Call it the 90-90 stretch because we're going to be looking at 90-degree angles, more or less. I like the 90-90 stretch for the hip a lot more than I like something that's similar and a lot of people are familiar with, the pigeon position or stretch from yoga. 90-90 is a little less demanding while still getting the target area, being more achievable by more people. If it's easy and you want to throw that back leg straight behind you to go into pigeon, cool. But make sure you're doing it right first and make sure you're feeling it in the right area. It's not about getting your forehead to the ground, as I'll show you. So, easy setup. 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here. And that's ish, 90-ish. If it's a little off, I'm not going to run over to your place and attack you. Just be kind of close to 90 and 90, right? And sure enough, we have about 90 here at the hip to hip as well. So anyway, we're at our 90-90 position. What do I want to do with my hands? Put this hand on the ground, this hand on my ankle. All right, now, if it becomes easy, or if this position just feels awkward, basically you just want to have your hands in front of you and posting you up. So if they come out here, that's fine. Just make sure, again, we're doing what we want to do at the hip here, and that's move forward from the hip, not your spine. All right, so if I'm here, I get tall, and I'm going to push my chest and sternum forward. All right, so look out. Don't look down here, because we want to move forward. And I'm moving forward through my hip. Okay, it's not forehead to the ground there, because sure, you might be getting a little stretch, but we're rounding at the back a whole lot, and we don't need to practice that. Get enough of that, generally speaking. This hip should be open. You know, some people, they may need to close it a little bit to start, because it's a demanding position. You probably need some hip flexor stretching, but it's open again. So we're at 90 here. Post up, push forward, hold it. We can hold here for a static stretch, 30 to 60 seconds, cool, but eventually we want to start making it a rhythmic stretch, kind of like the hip flexor stretch. So you get here, you got it, you feel it stretching, you've been here for a second or 30. You want to try and push past it a little bit. Bring your breathing into it. So inhale, exhale, you're going to fog the windshield up. When you do that, squeeze your glute. This glute. Can't really squeeze that one. Squeeze this one. It's going to take your pelvis and turn it into it. So it's not fast, dynamic. I'm sure it's dynamic. I'm moving a little bit. It's more rhythmic. Tie it in with your breathing, because that exhale is going to hopefully allow this muscle to relax. All right? We're looking at, to quote Brett Jones here, coaxing the body into better flexibility. So you don't want to feel like, goodness gracious, this is ripping my leg off. If just in start position, that's how it feels, yeah, we got some things to work on. We can modify it a little bit, but you probably need to see someone to do that. But we're coaxing it, even with that little engagement of this glute here, coaxing it into better flexibility. Now we can change it a bit from deeper into the rotators and the glute into more superficial area on the glute still, by just taking your angle, instead of being lined up here going over your shin, we're going to turn about 45 degrees, so you're kind of going over your thigh at a little bit of angle here towards the knee, right? And again, 45-ish, if you're at 30, 46, not going to kill you. So you're here, we're tall, that's important, and I'm pushing that way. Same thing once you're here and you're holding it, we can get this glute involved, get your breathing involved. It sounds weird to other people, it gets the job done, and it really does help. All right, so same thing on that position, do them both. One's a little tighter than the other, spend a little more time on it. This isn't something we want to force to happen. We want to allow this, again, Brett Jones stuff, coaxing the body into better flexibility. This doesn't happen in one day. You didn't get tight in one day. All right, so allow it some time every day doing this, opening the hips up, add it in with your hip flexor stretch, your hamstring stretch, all that stuff to kind of help mobilize the hips a little better. So that's your 90-90 stretch.